Good Sunday morning, folks, and thanks for joining us on Inside the Valley. Well, in just 2 days, on November 14th, it's World Diabetes Day. So who better to come on the show than Dr. Mansour Yaji and Amir El Sayed, and they're both with the RGV Diabetes Association. Thank you, folks, for coming in today.
Thank you. Pleasure.
So, World Diabetes Day. So let's talk about diabetes, the root of it all, and why there's a day dedicated to it.
Yeah, diabetic is the most important disease, has been around the world, affecting people all over the world, but particularly in our valley, it's the most serious disease, the most endemic in the whole world probably. And we don't have even, very real statistic, the percentage, but almost over 30% of the valley have diabetic, and there's another maybe 20% undiagnosed. That's why, making the day like this is so important for awareness to people, to stand together to fight the disease. Diabetic doesn't go away, but just between treating it with doctors only. It's really multidisciplinary approach. It has to be the physician, the health providers, all the nurses, everyone, pharmacists, and then the community standing together with the patient to find the disease. And we have to understand this concept in the valley. That's why, I appreciate, Channel 5 bringing this up and being part of their, presentation and to bring awareness to the community.
Most definitely, and I know there's a statistic here that 1 in about 3.8 people in the Rio Grande Valley suffer from diabetes.
Actually, more than that. There's a lot of study done, and Brownsville, Science, they did some study, but we think it's more than almost 40 to 50% being affected, not diabetic diagnosed, but they're going to be diabetics,
right?
And sometimes their life. And the fighting diabetic from the beginning, prevention is more important than, fighting it or treating it when you already have diabetics.
Right, because you want to
prevent. Prevention
exactly.
is really the key, the best treatment. We suffer here from a lot of complication in the valley. We have so much dialysis, so many dialysis centers. We have so many people lost their extremities. We have so many people blind because of diabetics, because we waited too long to treat.
Right, and about half of those people who are diabetic don't even know that they are.
That's true. A lot of the symptoms comes very late. That's why you might be feeling normal, but you're still diabetics. Sometimes, you have fatigueness, headaches, blurry vision, difficulty, in walking, tiredness, or you have having some of your wound does not heal fast enough. Going to the bathroom a lot, drinking a lot of water, feeling dizzy, lightheaded. So many symptoms could be early sign of diabetics.
Wow.
That's why people shouldn't wait for symptoms. People should wait. They have a risk in their family because their parents or grandparents or sister or cousins have diabetics, should be checked annually, or if they are overweight. Anybody overweight, like, we talk in men and women, BMI over 25, 27. When we talk about body mass index, but you can just see yourself if you're overweight for anything or you have circumference, we call it central obesity, check yourself. Go to your doctors, talk to him, and check yourself.
Right, and in preventing diabetes, now, is it just maintaining a healthy lifestyle? Is it eating properly, physical activity, or is it?
It's all of above. We're talking about 5 major things I always talk to the patient. We have to look about nutrition. Nutrition has to do part of the nutrition. That 3 meals a day is so important. We call it 5, meeting your 5 requirement by 3 vegetables and 2 fruits, or 3 fruit and 2 vegetables. Then we talk about activity. Activity, it has to be between half an hour to 50 minutes per day, 5 times a week. This is part of the exercises. Then we talk behavioral, the stress and making sure you handle your stress, and there's yoga, there's other time to relieve the stress. This is another part to be helping it. And then also we study about the hormone, and there's a lot of over-the-counter medication like vitamins, something help you also to be aware about it and choose a healthy thing. And check your sleep pattern. The sleep pattern could be part of it because you have sleep apnea or something affected you. This is the 5 major things we should always look into it and treat all of it to be part. Isn't it? Prevention that will make you, even you have genetically diabetic potential to be diabetic, you will never get it because you are so early. And that's the earliest you do that. And we should target our children from school. That way we talked about school, then going to the house, and then so on, we go off. And always, I want to take this opportunity to tell all the people, we need you all to be part of us.
Right.
Rio Grande Valley Diabetic Association is yours. It's from the valley. It's for the valley. We are local here, and we have so many programs. Amir will be talking about it and explain all this. And to come forward, because you might be affecting you, or maybe affecting your family, or your friend, or co-workers.
Yes.
And this is taking, quality of life we're talking. We're not talking about death and life. And we really need everyone with us. We need all the people with us in the valley to stand up and be. Rio Grande Valley Diabetic Association is the vehicle for you.
Right.
And there's so many ways to participate.
And I know you had mentioned nutrition, and with this World Diabetes Days on November 14th, there's going to be at an HEB in Edinburgh, there's going to be a class on nutrition. So talk a little bit about that.
Well, HEB, phenomenal work in the valley, especially from education and really helping the families and people here in the valley. But it's a grocery store tour. So here's your opportunity to have a registered dietitian with you, taking you around the entire supermarket and telling you these are the good foods to take, these are better choices to make, and just really educating you on where to shop, because everyone thinks healthy eating is so expensive, but there's so many coupons in place. There is also discounts available, so it'll be a good opportunity to not only financially balance your budget, but also financially make good choices when it comes to foods.
Most definitely. So tell us a little bit about what else is going to be happening on World Diabetes Day.
So we start with education and awareness. First thing in the morning, HEB's valley-wide, as well as Dr. Yazji's office, all 3 locations that he has, will be testing patients' blood sugars, blood glucose levels for free.
Wow.
We usually start between 8 and 9 and can go all the way up until 11 in the morning.
Okay.
So we'll start with blood sugar checks in the morning. That way you can see what your fastings are and see if you have diabetes or if you're normal. Then we start with HEB right after with the tour, and then that evening at the McAllen Library, starting at 6 p.m., we have the panel of diabetes experts.
Wow.
So here's an opportunity for a patient, family member to sit down, and you have everything from head to toe. So we have a panel of almost 10 different specialists that can answer any question you have related to diabetes. And the nice thing about it, the questions are confidential. They write them down, and it's read off by a moderator then it's addressed by a panel member.
Wow.
So you could ask any kind of question you want, whether it's embarrassing, not embarrassing. It's open game, and the main thing is really to empower you, not only to learn about the disease, but to also help others that that are affected by the disease.
Most definitely, and I think that's great, keeping it open and communication going. So is there a number that people can call, or to get more information, to know which, I know you said HEBs across the valley, but just in case, which one's closest to them?
Yeah, you could, the number's right there on the screen,
Perfect.
the 782-1900, that's our GVDA office number. You could also go to our Facebook page, just look for Rio Grande Valley Diabetes Association, as well as a Google search, and you get all the information there as well.
And it's free.
And it's free.
That's amazing.
We have events going on all throughout the year. We have a diabetes walk coming up in December as well to get us moving before the holidays really hit. So
Perfect.
activities throughout the year.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show today. It seems like it's going to be great, and what you're doing, it's going to help a lot of people, especially right here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, folks. Well, when we come back, it's something many people don't like to talk about, suicide prevention, but it's very important that we do. We'll be right back.